Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Black VegFest Breakout, episode 27. Today, we're going to be going through some food. We are a vegan organization, and we are always trying to educate the public with cooking demos. Before the pandemic, we were in senior centers, we go to schools. Our Wale teaches all the time veganism in all different areas. So now we're bringing you some live YouTube and IG cooking classes and ways to go and change your life into a vegan lifestyle. Why are we vegan? I mean, I went vegan for my health. And then later on, as I educated myself, I realized, wow, it benefits the environment, benefits animals that I've never really, there was a disassociation with animals. So as you go vegan, or as I went vegan, I started seeing the connections more and more. Thank you for everyone for joining me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will go through them after I finish cooking here. So today's sponsor we have is Follow Your Heart. They're an amazing company that does dairy free type of toppings, condiments. We have just a few here today to show you, but they have cheeses, they have mayo, they have dressings. They have so many options. It's such a great company, and we really, really love them. So we're gonna go today and do some potato salad. Now, everyone's potato salad is different, but potato salad is generally used with mayo. I never liked mayo growing up, but I love this mayo because it just feels so much better. I don't know why the other one, I just didn't like the flavor of that one, but this mayo I'm in love with. So it's called Vegenaise. I'm sure some people have seen Vegenaise before, right? And this is the main ingredient in potato salad. So this is a really good time to do potato salad. Why? I mean, barbecue season, you're bringing potato salad. We're going to also show you some other ways that we use their blue cheese. You can see their blue cheese here. And I love this one, so I have their Thousand Island dressing. Yes. So, potato salad, let's go through it. I actually have some potatoes boiling right now, and they should be done as I go through some other things. They should be done in about 10 minutes. I started it about less than 5 minutes ago. So when we're cutting up our potatoes, it's good to put them in water and salt so they don't brown. Like, let's just say that you want to cut them up you want to do it later, so you have a fresh potato salad, and you're like, I have something to do, but I know I just have a little time to peel them. Peel them, cut them, put them in water, and place salt, a lot of salt. I put a lot of salt in it, and they will not change color in the water. If you don't put salt, you'll start seeing the water turn pinkish brown over time, and that's just the oxidants leaving. Like you don't want that. And you could also wash that off if you forget. Just rinse the potatoes and put salt in the potatoes. Oh, you're at Whole Foods? Go check out Vegenaise there. They have a whole selection there as well. I love Whole Foods. I used to like them a lot more than what I hear what they're doing with the employees, but I like their prices. How about that? So yeah, check out Vegenaise. We're gonna do potato salad with it, but you can obviously use it for so many things. Okay, so we have our potatoes boiling. Like I said, when you cut them, put them in salt water so they don't brown. See, they're still pretty white there. Okay. And while that's boiling, I want to go through blue cheese. This is one of my favorite ones. But I use the blue cheese for, let me move this over. Now this is a treat. Ooh, what is that? I'm going to come closer because the camera won't zoom in. Look at this. Chicken legs. Yes, it's vegan, 100% vegan. So I like to put the blue cheese with, I fry these and then toss them in the barbecue sauce that's vegan, obviously. And then take the blue cheese. Oh, someone's saying, yeah, you can make mayo from hemp seeds. Yes, that's awesome as well. But if you don't have time or that type of blender, I recommend this one. Look, oh my gosh, the blue cheese with this is so good. That right there is so good. So that's just one way we use the blue cheese with Follow Your Heart. And this one it's dairy free and gluten free. It's amazing. This is one of my favorite ones. I know people like to use ranch, but I like blue cheese on it. So, whew, take a look at that. It's some vegan food porn today on the podcast. So we have that. And then another one that I like to use for salads, we have a nice little salad here, is the Thousand Island. We have the Thousand Island. So I don't know if you can see that better here. There you go. Shake it up always, like any dressing. You just pour that bad boy on there. So good. And there you go. Now you have, I mean, right now you can veganize anything, and these companies that are coming out are making it so much easier to go vegan. So I really recommend that you explore, try, experiment. That's what veganism is about at this point, is tasting it. If you don't like it, try a different company or make it yourself. There's so much information and resources out there now to learn how to do these things. I go on YouTube all the time and I learned. So this is and then even for the dressing on salads, I like to put, uh, this is vegan, believe it or not. They come out with now real bacon flavor, but this is the original and it's always been vegan actually. So I throw some of that on the salad and oh my gosh, then you have bacon bits with Thousand Island on a salad. Okay? So again, we used Thousand Island on the salad. And for the chicken legs are pretty simple. And this is the blue cheese with the chicken legs. So how do I make the wings? Someone's asking. I just fry them, and then toss it in your favorite barbecue sauce right after you fry them. I like to also recook them in the sauce sometimes just so that it absorbs in the skin. But I really love the crispiness of the skin. You can see that. This really does it justice there. And you can find these wings. Pro tip, okay? You can find these wings in Maywa. It's called they changed it to Lily's Vegan Pantry in Chinatown. Okay? So for everyone that's joining in right now, that's a little tip for you there. You don't have to go tell people, just tell them that you found it out on Black VegFest podcast. Okay? So that's how we use these two products here. I'm gonna leave them right here, just so you could see. And while this is boiling, I'm going to cut up some of the ingredients for our potato salad. Now, let me dry my hands here. Now, in this potato salad, it's going to be pretty basic, but I do add a lot of seasonings to it. So, let's start with the cutting. I'm going to cut up some scallions, also known as green onions. So we're going to cut up some scallions. We're going to have to move this water aside. So remember, first step, potatoes cut up in salt water so they don't brown. When you're ready to boil them, you rinse them out, put them in the water to boil just like you would regular potatoes. Do keep an eye on them. You don't want them to overcook. You're not making mashed potato salad, you're making potato salad. So you want some parts chunky and some parts that can disintegrate. So you can change the sizes of the pieces you're cutting. They don't have to be so uniform. And just periodically check to see if you can cut through them. If you can cut through them easily a little bit, then you know that it's ready. This is, I would say, about a few more minutes, and we'll be ready to toss them in our salad. So I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to cut up our green onions that have been rinsed, and I take off the roots. Okay, so we're at the white part. This is really good part here. This is a good part as well, but we really want to keep this part, the white part inside. So you're just cutting up to the root part where you see the roots coming out. And I'm gonna do a fine chop because I like to see some of the scallions inside. And then all of our ingredients are gonna go right in here. We're gonna do all the mixing and everything right in our ingredients there. And we're gonna mash it as well, partly mash it. So I'm going to chop up some of these scallions. And like I said, you could put anything in your potato salad. Feel free to put something sweet, not sweet, put sour, you could put relish in your potato salad. Yesterday, we made about a potato salads for about 100 people in the Bronx for a protest in Portland Park. We're protesting the white supremacists that put nooses in the park. So we fed the protesters Beyond Burgers, about 100 Beyond Burgers. We made potato salad and salad. So please check out Black VegFest. We're always a part of trying to elevate veganism and support Black lives in this movement. So we chopping up our scallions. Okay. And then we're gonna add these scallions to our mixing bowl. Okay. Now remember, you don't have to add scallions. You can add whatever you want. You could add red onion. I'm also going to add a little red onion. So I'm not going to add that many scallions because I'm going to also add red onion. And remember, keep the white part in there of the scallion because that is really good as well. I'm going to take a red onion. This is pretty big. I'm going to cut it in half because we don't have that many potatoes. We're going to do some of these potatoes. We're going to finely chop this as well. Now, Tabitha Brown is one of my favorite new vegans. She's been vegan about a year now, but I love how she's like, that's your business. Do what you want with it. So, like I said, don't be like, oh, I do my potato salad like that. Do it however you want. But as long as we're understanding that we can use alternatives to dairy, we don't have to say, oh my gosh, I used to love potato salad, but I'm vegan now. I can't have potato salad. No, you can use alternatives. The supermarket has alternatives all the time. And even Food Bazaar in Brooklyn, I live in Brooklyn, Food Bazaar has specials on Follow Your Heart. So now a lot of these supermarkets are carrying vegan foods. Believe it or not, a lot of supermarkets are carrying vegan foods now. It used to be very rare to see products in supermarkets that were in all neighborhoods. Now they're everywhere. So keep a lookout. This week, Wednesday, we are going to go together to a supermarket to go find the products. So join me Wednesday at 12 so we can go together and search for these products. What section is the vegan meats? What section is the vegan dairy? Sometimes they mix and match it. Sometimes you'll find the meats in the meat section. Sometimes you'll find it in the frozen section. So, yes, I'm making potato salad. Yes, for everyone who's just joining in right now, we're making potato salad with Veganese from Follow Your Heart. I also showed how we use the Thousand Island on salad here. Yes, Thousand Island. They have different types. They have honey mustard. They even have garlic sauce. Follow Your Heart has so many varieties, and I really like how creamy they are. Just shake it and put it. And I also added some bacon bits to this because I'm obsessed with it. Sometimes it is kind of salty, but this is the original, which is vegan. And then the blue cheese, I'll just go over it real quick. The blue cheese here, I love that with chicken legs. So the blue cheese, oh yes, I'm back with the chicken legs because I'm really tempted to have one right now. The blue cheese. So again, this is Follow Your Heart products, and this is my favorite combination right here. I could eat all these, but I shouldn't. So there you go. We're gonna go back to the cooking now. The potatoes should be done in a second, so let me finish chopping up these red onions to add to our salad. Again, and I keep repeating because this goes for all the recipes, make it your own. If what you're used to is putting apples in your potato salad, put apples. If you're used to putting egg in your potato salad, 2 ways to put eggs in your potato salad. I used to put the whole egg boiled, so you would have the yolk and the egg white, right, in the potato salad. Now, in order to achieve that, you can take tofu, medium tofu, and cut it very thinly, just so you're getting the egg white texture, because egg whites don't have that much flavor. So you can put a little bit of tofu pieces in there, and to get the yolky flavor, I use just egg. A lot of branding today. Hopefully they'll see this, but no, it's a lot of branding today. I love this new egg. It's made from mung bean, and and you can like make it like a scrambled egg, and then throw the scrambled egg into your potato salad. So these are good alternatives if you really want to play around with making this ultimate potato salad. I'm giving you what we can look for. And then on Wednesday, we'll go look for these at the supermarket together. Okay? Because sometimes it's hidden, and these now, some places it used to be like $9, $10. I've seen it for $5.99. Okay, so we'll go look for the specials and pricing. We'll go bargain hunting for vegan products because it can get a little pricey. I'm going to admit it. I've done another series with Plant Powered New York on how to be affordable with vegan food, and we're going to go through that as well because veganism is affordable. But when you're used to eating certain things before being a carnivore, and then you have like we call it in Spanish these antojos, these like, oh man, I really I'm missing to have this. Some vegans are like that because we grew up eating these products, or we grew up eating meat and things like that. So whenever I feel like I have that like inkling to eat, I'll just go and buy these products. I like again, we shouldn't be eating these things every day. I always promote a whole food, plant-based diet. But whenever we're living in a society that we grew up eating eggs and things like that. So I go and find this bad boy. And when it's on special for $5.99, I'll admit I'll buy like four. So so we'll go Wednesday together and we'll go find them in the supermarket so we can see where they are and the prices and things like that. So we have this that you can put in the potato salad. Remember, because I like to scramble. You don't add it raw into potato salad. Cook it previously with the scramble, like a scramble, and then add it. And then if you want to get the egg white, it depends on how you make your potato salad. You add a little bits of tofu in there. So you remember, it's texture. We don't eat eggs raw. We always put seasoning, and we're always looking for texture and seasoning. So when we're doing vegan alternatives and veganizing things, always keep in mind spices and textures. Okay? So there we go. Now we're gonna keep cutting up our green onion, our red onion, and we're gonna add some of that in here. And I believe now our potatoes are cooked. Remember, we don't want mashed potatoes, so we're not looking to overcook that. I have scallions and red onions in there for our potato salad. And I'm gonna leave some of these here, so in case I see and I'm mixing it and I want more in there, I'm gonna add it. So our potatoes are done. Let's check it again and see. Yeah, they're done. You want to be able to mash them, but you don't want them to be mashed potatoes, right? And again, if you do want to like really mash them a lot and have your potato salad be like more smoother instead of chunky, do what you like. All right? Like Tabitha Brown says, that's your business. So do however you like. We're just showing you the basics here so that you can make this your own at home. Okay, I'm going to drain the potatoes in my little bowl here. I have my bowl with my drainer ready. Okay. I'm going to turn off the heat, place this aside here. And start mixing. We're going to start adding our spices now to our potato salad. For anyone joining, we're making a potato salad. Okay. Now, we're going to drain it more here. And that's hot. Let's put this here. Okay. There you go. All right. So our potatoes are here. Okay, someone says sorry.